Hello everyone, in today's video I'm going to show you guys how to complete the last word quest line step by step, meaning basically give you guys a little glimpse of the steps that you need to do. I do not have all the gameplay for all the steps, but I do have a listing of the steps that you need to complete the last word. If you guys did enjoy today's video, make sure you hit the thumbs up button on this video, and let's get started into today's video. The first thing you need to do is make sure that you have the Forsaking annual pass. This will be available for annual pass holders, the exotic quest line. So if you do have the annual pass, this quest line is available to you. If you do not, just click on the video and move on to the next video that we'll have for throughout the day. But if you do have the annual pass, this video is right for you. Once you have the annual pass, just go to the drifter and that will start the draw quest line. And basically you have to go to the drifter and get the quest line from him, and he will have like a little description talking about some stuff and of course some lore on with that. Once you kind of get that, the first full step is basically kill Hive with solar damage, Hive Tablets collected, and Hive bosses defeated. Basically 75 tabs to be collected and 3 Hive bosses to complete. Basically the first step of that is go to Mars and go to Isolation Protocol, where there'll be a bunch of Hive bosses and definitely a bunch of Hive enemies that will definitely drop you 75 tablets. Get yourself a good solar weapon damage that will definitely help you out, and just go on from there and kill a bunch of enemies, and you will done that fastly and quickly and just move on to there. And of course there is a lost sector near the Braid Tech Future Escape. There's a lost sector in there. You can definitely complete those Hive bosses, those 3 bosses in there, if you don't want to wait to do the Isolation Protocol one in there too, and just go on from there. Once you do that, you will move on to the next step, where you have to defeat Guardians in the Crucible, which kill fills up the Gurge, and there's a snack every time. If you die, basically the bar will go down, but as long as you have a positive kill death ratio, they'll eventually succeed. So make sure that you keep your KD between a 0.5 or 1.5. I think you're pretty good. But if you're at 0.89 and a 0.5, you're shit out of luck. Or just get with a bunch of teammates that kind of will help you out and kind of keep you staying alive. You can probably get those done between like 4 to 5 matches. I did. I had really good teammates, and I usually play solo in the Crucible. So I got it done between like 4 or 5 matches, so I was pretty good, and you can basically get those done. So make sure that is basically kind of making sure you stay yourself alive. Do not bum rush yourself in there. Kind of play passive, play it safe, play it smart, see what weapons they're using. If they're using hand cannons, you hand cannon yourself. If they're using sniper rifles, use sniper rifles. I played it smart. They were using a lot of shotguns, so I shotgunned their ass in the Crucible. So that was me kind of completing the Crucible step. And play it smart and let it come to you naturally. Once you get that done, you will move on to the next quest line. Basically, you will have to visit Titan to complete the mission called the Damnation. Basically, it's an actual lost sector, basically, and the recommended power level is 500. So once you finish that, you will move on to the next step. The next step is basically collecting 15 crystals from lost sectors with wanted enemies, meaning wanting escapees in the lost sectors. If you come across a lost sector that do not have a wanted enemy, get yourself out of there. Do not waste your time defeating that enemy. I will leave a list in the description down below of wanted bounties in the area, or wanted enemies, and you can definitely go to the spider and collect wanted bounties from him to see who's wanted in those areas to make yourself easier. Then you will have to earn 25 revenge medals. The 2 revenge medals you have to get is Best Served Cold, killing players who last kill you, and Blood for Blood, kill the player who just kills your teammate. Me, like a dummy, went into the Crucible thinking like, oh, I have to get 25 medals, and did not read the description on the quest line area where it stated what medals you need to get. So I was going in there gun blazing, all these medals are dropping, and then when I went to check, it was just 2 that was dropping for me. So make sure that you read the quest line information very carefully. And then next you have to get position damage. You have to kill 50 hives. And then of course winning 3 heroic versions of the witch's ritual public event on Titan. So make sure you guys can do that. There's 2 that you can find. There's one on Titan and there's one on Mars. The one on Titan is near the rig, and the one on Mars is Glacier Drift. So you can definitely go in there and do that. And of course, if you do go on Mars and Titan, there will be lost sectors right next to those public events. Once you complete those steps, you will move on to the mission called the Conversation, and basically it is the Tangled shore where you have to go. Once you kind of complete that mission, but before you complete that mission, make sure that you do this once for people. Okay, people, do this once. If you do this multiple times, like 15-20 times, there could be different mechanics throughout the process. So if you do it a second time, you think the first one was going to kill you. No, it's going to be the second one that kills you. So make sure you look at the mechanic and follow the mechanic very carefully, and make sure when you're doing the mechanic, you're trying to kill this enemy, you shoot the gun that is in his hand, not his arm, the gun that is in his hand, meaning the hand cannon. It looks like a thorn to me, that is in his hand. So make sure you guys take out that, not his arm, the weapon that is in his hand. And once you complete that, the last word is officially yours. You will have to go back to the drifter. There will be a little conversation between you and him, and then basically that is pretty much it. So that is all the steps to get in the last word. They're pretty simple. A lot of people are complaining about the Crucible 1, but if you want my honest opinion, don't think about it naturally. Just let it come to you. Well, let it come to you naturally. Don't think about it raging and you're breaking your control or whatever. Just let it come to you naturally, and then when it comes to you naturally, everything will be okay. For these past couple of games that I've been playing, people have been playing very passively and playing very carefully and not dying 99% of the time of like the ones I come across. People have been playing very carefully these past couple of days, so I've been having good teammates. If you don't have a good teammate, yeah, it can set you back. It can set your Crucible process a little back. But in the meantime, that was pretty much it. If you did enjoy today's video, just hit the thumbs up button. Leave a comment what you guys think about the last word. Do you enjoy this weapon? Me personally, this weapon is mostly like a PvP weapon, but I'm gonna see how it works in the open worldness of PvE, and I will have that video for you. In the meantime, I will see you guys in my next video.